After a short break, children are back in school this week. The new term is here as the disruption of the school calendar due to the COVID-19 pandemic continues. A situation that we all hope will ease back to normal by January 2023. But other than the adjustments that have to be made, back to school is still a huge burden, not just for parents and students, but also for the school administration. This is because there's a looming cash crisis affecting the operations of the thousands of learning institutions in the country. Now, this dire situation has been compounded by the hike in food prices and the government's delay to remit capitation balance for the financial year 2021-2022. For instance, the price of 90-kilogram bag of maize that was initially purchased at 3,000 shillings has risen to 7,000 shillings, while a bag of beans has shot up from 6,000 shillings to 10,000 shillings. And then the delay in releasing the capitation allocated by the Ministry of Education to public secondary schools is just making matters worse. This much-needed cash is never prompt. So what options do schools have in such instances? They cannot just take items on credit and hope they will have goodwill with suppliers so that they can pay later when funds are availed. Children are back in school, as I said, and remember the government ordered head teachers not to send the children home. And while on the other hand, parents have been told to take their children to school even if they have no money to pay fees. And the school is an obligation to accept the children. It is not the young one's fault and should not be punished for it. I truly empathize with parents who are also bearing the brunt of the bad state of the economy. But when a parent leaves a child in school without making any payment, therein lies another huge challenge. The parents want the children to study, but the meals are on the school. The learning institution has to find a way. The supplier you are seeking credit from probably has to buy the goods from someone else on credit. It is a chain of credit, and not a sustainable one, I may add. And 3 weeks from now, our children are back home again for another 10 days due to the general elections. For the next 3 weeks, they should be fed daily and continue with their studies as normal, all without the school having the funds needed to do so. Now, how will this work? It does not make any sense at all. Now, the onus is on the government to release the funds on time so as to provide cushioning to schools and ease some of the burden. And parents who are able to pay should also try to make some payment to the school. It is only through such efforts that our children can have some semblance of normalcy in school. And that is my memo.